Today I am going to repot some succulents that I am going to bring inside the house. I normally like to bring them in when the weather starts getting cold. So I didn't get around to bringing them in, and I had a little bit of damage from a couple of them, but I think they will recover. And I'm also going to add some new succulents to my collection. One of the biggest things about bringing succulents inside the house for me is that I like to get rid of all that old soil that they were planted in, because I don't know if there are any insects, bugs, or anything like that that are living in that soil, and I really don't want to bring them in the house. So I'm going to get rid of all that old soil, and I'm going to replace it with new soil. First off, I want to show you all the succulents that I am going to be planting today, talk a little bit about them, and then show you how I plant them. So you may notice that most of the roots in the succulents that you see here are dry, and that's because I went through and I rinsed all the roots off with water. You can rinse them off with lukewarm water, and I did this so that I can remove any debris, any insects that may be hiding in the soil. And once the roots are dry, which they are now, it is safe for me to plant them in another container. Now this is a barrel cactus, and I am going to make sure that I wear gloves when I repot this one. I am going to plant it in a container by itself. It does love full sun. So a new addition to my collection is the portulacaria here. I thought it was so pretty, and I can't wait to plant that one. I do have another new addition. This one is called the chrysula. I love the bushiness of it, and I just love the texture of the stems on the leaves. It is also referred to as a zipper plant, and I started looking at it, and it really does kind of resemble a zipper. So I can't wait to plant this one. The new addition that I have is a snake plant. It can get about 50 inches in height, and it likes part sun. Now this is another one of my favorite plants. It's referred to as the panda plant or the chocolate soldier. It likes part sun. It's hardy in zones 11 through 12. It kind of reminds me of lamb's ear because of the texture of the leaves. I really love the chocolate brown along the top of the leaves. Now I'm worried a little bit because it broke into two pieces when I was taking it out of its container, so I'm hoping it won't go into shock and die. Now some of the plants here came in a group. They was in a container that came together, and they didn't have names to them, but I want to say this one is the Gasteria carinata. It likes full sun and is hardy in zones 9 through 11. Another one that came with this one was the Calanche longiflora. This one, I love the red and the green mixture of colors in it. This one likes full sun. And it really likes water, but not water to the point that you want to oversaturate it. This one is called Echeveria. It is hardy in zones 9A through 11B. It likes full sun. A lot of these succulents store water in their leaves, so that's why you don't have to water them a lot, and this is a prime example of it. This is a Pachyphytum oviferum. It stores the water in the leaves, so you don't have to water it a lot. It likes part sun, and it's hardy in zones 9B through 11B. I think the golden sedums are beautiful plants, and I love the coloration, so that's what this is, a golden sedum. Now I have another one here that is also a golden sedum, and it has a little more coloration in it that you can see. I do have some smaller versions of the golden sedum right here, and they're going to get big soon, but these are also golden sedums. Now this is a group that came together. This is a jade plant. This is an Echeveria hen and chicks, and then this one I want to say is another golden sedum. I'm not sure, but if anyone knows what it is, let me know in the comment section below. Now this one is called an earth star. It really doesn't even look real, but it's so pretty. It likes part sun. It's hardy. Excuse me. It's hardy in zones 10A and 11B. This is topsy-turvy, and it likes full sun. It's not doing well. I bought it in a container from one of the big box stores, but it really doesn't look healthy, so I'm hoping I'll be able to nurse it back to health. So we'll see, and I'll let you know. Now, when I saw this plant, I was like, what in the world happened? But this is a lace aloe plant, and it was really spray painted red, but it can survive with the paint on it. But they just painted for various reasons. It was sitting inside of another part of the plant, but it broke off. So I'm hoping it'll survive. I did notice that when I turned it over, that it had some roots that was coming out the bottom. So it looks like it's trying to sprout. So I'm hoping that this one will survive. So I'm going to put it in some soil and see if it will root itself. The succulents really have shallow roots, and they don't really need a deep container to be planted in. I'm just planting this one because I really liked it because it was wide. And then I do like to use terracotta pots because they do absorb moisture from the soil. And you'll notice that sometimes when you plant things in terracotta, the terracotta pot may turn a little darker in color when your soil is damp inside. And then when the soil dries out, the terracotta will go back to its normal color. Now, the potting mix that I'm going to be using today is going to be one that's specifically made for succulents and cactuses. And this one is a Miracle Grow cactus, palm, and citrus potting mix. This is just one that I'm using today. There are so many of them on the market that are made just for succulents and cactuses that you can use as well. But this is just what I'm using today, and I'm not affiliated with Miracle Grow in any way. But this one has been working well for me. Now, I did add some already to this container here. This is what it looks like. It's really light and fluffy, and that means that it's going to give me some good drainage for my succulents. I am going to put some more soil in this container here. Now this is going to be the fun part, trying to figure out where to plant what in which container. Now I know my cactus is going in one by itself, so I'm going to save that one because I am going to put some gloves on when I get ready to use that one. So when I get ready to plant that one. So I am not a designer by no means, you guys. This is all like new to me. I have had succulents for a little while, so I've learned some about the succulents, but as far as arranging them, I have no clue. Okay, you guys, I am all done. So let me show you what I have here. So this is the topsy-turvy plant right here. This is the panda plant. This is the cactus, and then this is the big container. So now that they've all been planted, I am going to bring them inside. I'm not going to water them right now. I'm just going to give them a few days of just sitting in the container. I don't really want to stress them out any more than they've already been stressed out. So I'm just going to let them sit for a few days, and then I'm going to give them some water. As far as lighting, I usually put them under my grow lights when I bring them in for the winter. So I'm going to sit them all under my grow lights and just leave the light on for, you know, I usually leave it on for most of the day, and then at night I usually just turn it off, and they are sitting far away from the grow light. It's not like the grow light is like really close to them, but they are just really just sitting there just mainly for the light, but not to sprout up or anything. So I will not have them situated very, very closely to my grow lights. So you can put them in a windowsill somewhere so they can get some sunlight, and they should do just fine. And then when the summertime comes, or the spring, whenever the weather warms up enough where they'll be safe to come out, then I will bring them all back outside again. And then I will repeat this whole process again when the winter time comes. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you have any questions or any comments, then I will really be happy to hear about it in the comment section below. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.